Time is up. Well, not really. It just started. The countdown is up. The time of the countdown. Ahoy unfolding. And welcome everybody. My name is Ike. This is Switzerland.playit. It's TAGN time. The angry game news every day, 10 a.m. Monday through Friday here on this channel. Mainly on Rumble, but also on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. The angry game news, 10 a.m. Eastern, every day. Monday through Friday. Almost every day, right? I'm gonna bring you news from gaming mainly. That's what the name suggests, I guess. But also some pop culture stuff like movies, TV shows, and maybe here and there slightly political attachments, but very, very, very rarely. Our focus is on gaming. Speaking of that, let's get into the news and hopefully you can enjoy or get angry with me. There was not a lot of anger for the past 24 hours, so there we are. And ahoy ever Eden in the chat. How is your Tuesday going so far, guys? Let me make it better for you, shall I? Let's start with some Nintendo news. Kind of Nintendo news. Nintendo announced Drag X Drive release date. Yeah, they showed off this game before it was the Switch was launched, and it looked awkward how you use it. Drag X Drive just received its release date. The game will be ready to go on August 14th, 2025 at price point of $20 US. At least it's almost nothing compared to Mario Kart World, $80, right? News about the release date of Drag X Drive was just published on Nintendo Today app. It confirms that the title will only available on Nintendo eShop. There are no plans for a physical release. Drag X Drive was one of the initial projects Nintendo revealed for Switch 2 during its Nintendo Direct presentation earlier this year. It initially had a summer 2025 launch window. I mean, August is still summer, but whatever. It's weird phrasing, in my opinion. And yeah, just a reminder how this game actually looks. Inclusivity for crippled people. And there how you play it. With both Joy-Cons. Yeah. There you have it. Are you excited for this one? So you have the Joy-Cons, and both Joy-Cons you just move it like sideways on a flat surface and use it on the surface. Each Joy-Con is for one wheel. I don't know, man. How you play that, you have to have a bigger surface, a free one, to be able to do that. But yeah, there you have it. Even crippled people should play games and enjoy it. So shut up. Shit. Your Tuesday is shit. I mean, your Tuesday is almost over. Lady from Australia. Fun news, as a side note more. Painkiller launches October 9th. So I just took this little news because I liked the Painkiller, the original, and now we got like a reimagining. Let me just read what this is about. The classic Painkiller series is back, battled through purgatory and fast-paced cooperative action. Wielding infernal weapons against relentless demonic hordes, condemned for your sins, the voice of the creator offers you a chance at redemption. Will you seize it or be lost to darkness? Painkiller is a reimagining of a classic franchise, featuring cooperative play for up to 3 players and full offline support. Battle hordes of demons and titanic terrors across richly detailed gothic environments. Trapped in purgatory, you are sentenced for your transgressions against heaven. But the voice of the creator gives you a chance to redeem yourself. As one of the champions, you are to stop the fallen angels or Azazel, who is about to unleash his demonic armies onto Earth. You will face hordes of enemies, demons with unique powers, and 3 monstrous children of Azazel, the Nephilim. Yeah, let's watch just a trailer. I found it good that they make it like multiplayer, so you can have fun. And in my opinion, they did a good job, like just visually, and the feeling is already there from Painkiller with the original weapons. At least most of them, as far as I can recognize. And you have here the characters. I don't know what classes they should be. Paladin, black, balded female paladin. I don't fucking know. Some barbarian style, a little sorcerer girl, whatever, and a clown. I don't know about the selection of characters here, but gameplay-wise, it looks fine, you know, like the rest. It looks fine to me. Slow, no mercy. Might be a very fun multiplayer game. Who knows? Who knows? Oi, Godzilla. The giant dyke is trying to use her bald head to compromise. Maybe. I don't know. And what was the price, though? I didn't saw a price, did I? No. We don't know the price exactly, it seems, so... Oh, no, there is the regular price, $40, and the deluxe edition is $50. US dollars, that is. Yeah, might be okay-ish. Might be okay-ish. Depends on how long you can play it, how many hours of enjoyment, right? I'm going to keep an eye on that, and you also should keep an eye on that, because I enjoyed Painkiller, the original, a lot, and this is a little bit fascinating for me. What might be not fascinating for many Xbox employees is this news here. Xbox reportedly is set for major job cuts from next week. Update, in addition to Bloomberg report, The Verge has also said Microsoft is set to restructure Xbox distribution across Central Europe. According to one source, this will result in some Xbox operations ceasing in some regions. What services and what exactly they are going to cease in operations, who knows? Major job cuts are set for Xbox as part of company-wide reorganization. That's according to a Bloomberg report, which states that these cuts will begin next week. While Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier said it is currently unclear how many people will be affected by the alleged job cuts, it's expected to be big. According to the report, sources familiar with the company's plans said managers within Xbox are expecting substantial cuts across the entire group. And now we got just some comparison numbers, what they did in the past, because I told that multiple times, and it's going to be mentioned in this one too, by the way, this little thing. This would be not the first time Microsoft and Xbox have made headlines for layoffs in the last 18 months. Back in January 2024, 1,900 people from across Microsoft's video game teams were laid off. A further 650 staff were then let go that September. Microsoft additionally laid off a small number of employees back in January of this year, while in May it was reported the company was laying off 3% of its workforce across business. I haven't checked how many they have as a workforce, as a basis, so to see the 3%, but must be a lot. Bloomberg states Xbox has been facing pressure from Microsoft execs to boost profits margin since its acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Microsoft sealed the deal to acquire Activision Blizzard all the way back in 2023 for $68.7 billion. Just rounded up 69 to make it also a little bit more fun sounding. Making history in the biggest company buyout in the video game industry to date. So there's a reason why I already blamed Microsoft and everybody who thinks the Game Pass will not just stay or will stay on the same subscription price. It's gonna rise, it's gonna rise, it's gonna rise, and layoffs are gonna happen. You know, somehow they need to close that little gap of 69 billion acquisition from Activision Blizzard. You know, and that's how you do it. To save money, you'd lay off people, and after you acquired all their stuff, all their infrastructure, all their assets, you know, you can lay off as many as you want, actually. That's how business is, man. That's how big business is done. Buying off, laying off, and hopefully making profits with more expensive products for the stupid consumer. That's a sad news for many people. Maybe we're gonna get better games though. Who knows? Like focusing the workforce, better quality workforce. Who knows? We're not gonna get better quality with this one. Black Panther director recalls his heart swelling watching new Disney Plus show Ironheart. I feel like I'm diving into these characters. What a loser. And he's the guy who made Sinners. He's the guy who made Sinners, a big success movie-wise. And he made also Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I think the biggest benefit is getting in, to be involved with something that's so different from something that you wouldn't ever make personally. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? If you don't make it yourself, why would you be excited about it? If you would never ever make that yourself. Weird phrasing. He was executive producer. You saw it already in the first trailer. Big his name, executive producer. Ryan Coogler. And I asked like the guys from Geeks and Gamers, what do you think about that his name is attached to this? And they said like, yeah, executive producer can mean anything. And that is true, but obviously he was somehow involved, or he might try to save face. He might try to make his name sounding better in the whole MCU debacle, which this Ironheart is, by the way. That's what I've become the most interested in as a producer. I've had the chance to produce some incredible films that I've been really proud of. I'm so incredibly proud of this show, and it's a show that only Chicana, the main actor, could have made, actress, not actor. I mean, who knows, to be honest. Have made, you know? I mean, I feel like I'm diving into these characters, into these worlds, and my heart is swelling, you know? The same way it swells when you meet people who have different experiences and different viewpoints, but you can still find some touch points, some commonalities. What is your thought about that? Was he involved? Is he really proud? Does he try to save his own fucking name from bad reviews of this whole show? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think he tries to save his own face there, to push like the show itself a little bit higher. Somebody who tries to save face, and they might do a good job. They seem to listen to the audience, which is a good thing. You always should listen to your fans mainly. Jurassic World Evolution 3 no longer using generative AI for scientist portraits following initial feedback. After a strong debut on this year's Summer Game Fest stream, Jurassic World Evolution caused the division among fans and potential newcomers for the use of generative AI of scientist portraits. Now, developer Frontier has confirmed it's chosen to drop it. The long-awaited Parks Management Sim, which is presented new social system and creative tools as the big new features, will now launch on October 21st, free of generative AI, after online complaints that quickly brought down the initial excitement for the threequel. The developer has now publicly confirmed the decision to remove AI-generated content via the official Steam forums. But we directly asked Frontier for clarification on this matter earlier this week and got an answer this morning. We have removed the use of generative AI for scientists' portraits in Jurassic World Evolution 3 following some initial feedback. The team are continuing their diligent work on the game and are very much looking forward to launching on October 21st. Yeah, I mean, the fans were not happy what they saw in this AI-generated portraits of scientists. And the developer was like, okay, we heard you. Why not change it? Why not making it better for everybody, visually at least, and do our work? Oi, John Thunder. Dynodix. I mean, that's not my first thought thinking about this game, but sure, Dynodix. Ever Eaten said that. Aussie woman is thirsty once more for Dynodix this time, which is weird. Little Nightmares 3 finally gets a release date. Nintendo Switch 2 version, new trailer. Finally, indeed, because I waited the whole last year, and I enjoyed a lot Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and finally we get a date. The release date for Little Nightmares 3 was just announced, and fans can rest easy knowing it's coming before Halloween. Bandai Namco will publish it on October 10, 2025. News about the release date for Little Nightmares 3 just dropped during the Little Nightmares showcase, where a Nintendo Switch 2 version was also confirmed, which is good. I think that such a game fits perfectly on the Nintendo Switch. They could even release it on the first one because it shouldn't be too demanding. Hardware-wise, I mean. It's been a longer than expected wait for Little Nightmares 3. Originally announced in August 2023, the project was planned to launch the following year. However, Bandai Namco and Supermassive Games ended up pushing things back to 2025 instead. It's gonna be about $40 the standard edition, about $60 the deluxe edition. I'm looking forward to the standard edition. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy it on release date because the first two were pretty shortish, you know. I played it maybe in about 4 hours on average, both through. $40 for maybe a 4-hour game again. I don't know. I'm not sure about that price point, but I'm gonna see. And then they list what else is in the deluxe and etc. I'm not gonna play this trailer. Oh no, I haven't watched it, so let's watch this together, shall we?
Peggy 16.
Peggy 16. Your mom. Of course, YouTube gives us only low res mother truckers. Do it again. So we are in an amusement park, or so I'm not sure if you can play this one now with a friend. Probably. Otherwise, why would you show like 2 characters on screen? It's like a puzzle-solving stealth game. The first two one at least. This one for sure is the same. Just solving a little puzzle to move forward, hiding. And at times it was very, pretty dark. Gritty, a little bit ghoulish almost. Visually, I don't see like big changes. Has the exact same style, which is good. Worked very well in the first two. October 10th. Pre-order bonus, Dark 6 costume set. Yeah, don't care. Who likes such games? I like the first two ones. I'm looking a little bit forward to that. Oh, we already reached the peak of the show today. I haven't looked for too many news. Sonic theme park? Sega is eyeing possibilities. Sega has plans to plant its location-based entertainment flag in America and beyond. And a Sonic the Hedgehog theme park could be on the way. During an interview with Attractions magazine, Roberta Perry, president of the business development company Roberta Perry and Associates, explained that she has been working closely with Sega to bring its beloved characters to life via theme parks. Perry specifically mentioned lots of Sonic the Hedgehog when detailing what attractions these could be. And while Sega does have theme parks around the globe, Perry details that this attraction would be the first to have a home in the United States. I'm working with Sega on some great projects, said Perry. This is the first time they've been in the location-based entertainment marketplace in the United States. A lot of Sonic the Hedgehog. We are developing projects here as well as in Europe, Japan, and South America. I've only been as far south as Colombia, and I'll get to go further into South America, so I'm looking forward to that. Perry, who previously worked with Fidelio HMS to bring Super Nintendo World and How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk, to life at the Epic Universe, also revealed that she had recently fallen in love with the Sonic character, admitting that there is something loving about the blue blur. Yeah, I bet you have fallen in love with him. If Sega gives you millions and billions for a park, I bet you will fall in love with the character. Probably she never played any Sonic game. That's just my assumption here. I don't know for sure, right? With Sega celebrating Sonic the Hedgehog's 34th anniversary, it makes sense that the company is moving to ensure that it goes big for the commemoration. I don't know if it makes sense now. Just like I reported of the Sega shop in Tokyo. A few, was that on Friday or was it yesterday? I don't remember. I lost time. I think you're a little bit too late. I think you're like, again, 25 years too late. I don't think many people are really looking forward for a Sonic or Sega theme park. I might be wrong, but their economy is also not super great. I mean, the Disney parks still going well. The Epic Universe from Universal Studios doing well too, in some sense, but the economy is not that strong that people have too much money. I'm not sure for Sonic at least. Weird that you come up with that now. Bread and circus, I guess. I don't know. And what's bigger than an amusement park where your flagship mascot and his friends bring joy to lifelong fans? I mean, look at the Mario and at Super Nintendo World. However, conversations regarding additional Sega theme parks go back to 2016. That might be a better time back then, you know, I don't know though, even then. During Sonic's 25th anniversary. Nah, he's not sexy. Sonic is not sexy? I mean, he's a hedgehog. He might be cute. I don't know. But yeah, having a whole theme park with a lot of Sonic. I think bad idea. In an interview with Attractions Management, then Sega CEO Hajime Satomi mentioned that amusement parks and location-based attractions were a part of the company's global expansion strategy. Yeah, 9 years ago that was. Going forward, Sega's keyword and main focus is entertainment, and I would like us to be recognized for entertainment internationally in the future, said Satomi. We must now focus on expanding into markets other than smartphones and online gaming, such as indoor theme parks in Asia. In the 90s, Sega introduced the CA, Sega Joypolis, a chain of indoor amusement parks that included attraction based on the company's characters and worlds. Amid Sega's infamous financial woes in the early O's, most Joypolis amusement parks have been shut down, with only branches in Japan and China still going strong. Now with Sega killing it on the gaming front and returning to glory with IPs like Persona, Yakuza, and Sonic the Hedgehog, it is planning to capitalize on the momentum with thrilling attraction to expand its footprint further. I guess it is true what they say. Gotta go fast. Yeah, you have to build those fast now. If you think the momentum is there right now, you better find land very cheap and get some nice tax cuts, you know, some tax benefits in some states. I don't fucking know, but just because you have IPs, game IPs, Persona and Yakuza going well, and I don't know if Sonic goes really that well. We're gonna see with the new upcoming game, the kart racer game. Are you gonna make that much money that you're gonna make people interested? I mean, Persona especially. Are you gonna have Persona characters in the theme park who nobody gives even less of a shit than for Sonic? Weird in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, this Perry lady, Roberta Perry, she might be excited because she's gonna get like this commitment, maybe this money from Sega. But other than that, I feel it would be a flop. That's just my feeling. I don't know, right? I'm no prophet. Fan-made Halo game gets Xbox blessing, but Microsoft had one request. I saw that before I went sleeping on Geeks and Gamers, very late at night for me. It was a little news. Fan-made video games based on popular franchises always run the risk of having the official rights holder step in and shut things down, but that's not happening with Spartan Survivors. Microsoft's request they began. No, actually, that's a good news. That's a good news that Microsoft finally, at one point, said like, we're fine with it. All good. The community-developed game, which has players fighting hordes of Covenant and Flood enemies as Master Chief or the Arbiter, has been given an official blessing from Microsoft. The developers said Microsoft reached out to them to say they really love to see the passion from the team. People at Microsoft apparently played the game as well. It really is fun, and we look forward to getting further in our playthrough and unlocking more stuff, the Halo representative said. And I think it's just fair to show you what it actually is. You might recognize instantly what kind of game that is.
The flood is spreading. If we activate Halo's defense...
Vampire Survivor, Brotato. You know, one of those games. Might be fun. I don't know about the usage of this music. It's clearly a game that you can play like 1 or 2 rounds and then just move on with your life. You know, not invest like too much thought in it. Just go in a dungeon, get your stuff, XP, upgrade your weapon, upgrade your skills and all that very quickly, and just hordes of enemies coming towards you. Very simple game, right? Microsoft did, however, have one specific request for the developers. Microsoft reportedly asked the team to add language to the legal disclaimer in the game's credits and on store pages to make it ultra clear that the project is not an official Halo game or made in partnership with Halo Studios. This language will be added in the next update to Spartan Survivors. We want to thank Halo Studios and Microsoft for their real sympathy towards us, the studio said. You can download Spartan Survivors today on itch.io for free. The Game Store page mentions that it's also coming to Xbox and Steam in 2025. But as of yet, it's unclear when that might happen. The announcement trailer can be seen above, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the rest is useless information. A good move by Microsoft. For once, not being a dick as a big corporation, as a big developer and publisher, and giving some fans a little bit fan service, let them do their fan stuff, right? But they might turn, if the game has like massive success, it might have massive success because it's only one developer as far as I have seen. And if he makes money somehow with it and sells the game maybe like 500,000 times on Steam for what, $5-10, makes a good amount of money, right? Microsoft might step in at that point. I'm just warning him already, here and now. But who knows? I wish him success. I wish people have fun with the game. Go download it on itch.io if you want to try that. 10 years later, the original Dying Light is getting a chunky visual upgrade with audio improvements this week, but it's not a complete overhaul or remaster. Yeah, this game is still not dead. They keep updating it and keep doing stuff to it, and they just did like visual updates. I don't want to go through the whole article, it doesn't matter. I think some pictures tell the whole story here. So you have on the left before, on the right after. You have like a little bit intrusions, a little bit tessellation going on, you know. Looks nice, looks a little bit more realistic, higher resolution, which is good. Going to test out the Dying Light 1. Have it on Steam. Doesn't matter where you have it. They told on every platform they published Dying Light 1, you're gonna get this update too. If you have it on GOG, if you have it on PlayStation 5, doesn't matter. They are gonna give you the update for free. Oh, I am on the last picture here. Here the wood has higher textures, more details in the textures. Just looks fine. I mean, the gameplay will not change. They did nothing to the game. They are fixing like minor known bugs, but nothing really major at all. Here the wall looks more like waved whatever metal that is, you know. Just a little overhaul, not a complete overhaul, but for some walls, some mainly textures, high resolution, up to 8K, even the shadows, 8K resolution shadows and all that. Some fan service, you know. They don't need to do that, but they still did. 10 years after the release, giving you still a little bit something for your money you invested. I have the game on Steam and the GOG, so there's that. Another news that might be like pushing some nostalgia for some people, not for me because I never played the original actually. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 still coming in October despite developer layoffs, publisher says. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 developer, the Chinese Room, appears to have been hit by layoffs less than 4 months before the game is due to release in October. Despite the concerning timeline, publisher Paradox Interactive claims the cuts will not impact the game's intended release. Fan service for free, thumbs up to Techland. Yeah, Techland. Techland was always like that. Even like price-wise, they always kept the price pretty low for a long time, or the whole time, and all that. Good company so far. I'm not a fan of Dying Light 2 just because of the mechanics, but game's still good. Game developer first reported that the UK studio, the Chinese Room, known for its unique original titles like Dear Esther and Still Wakes the Deep, has suffered a wave of layoffs. While not publicly announced, the at least nine now former employees of the company posted to LinkedIn about losing their jobs, with the post wording implying they were far from the only ones impacted. When reaching out to the Chinese Room's parent company Sumo Digital about the cuts, game developer also discovered that a number of employees have been cut from Sumo's communications team. Sumo Digital announced it would be restructuring earlier this year as part of a plan to pivot away from original projects entirely to focus on co-development work. Sumo also cut 15% of its total global workforce in an earlier round of layoffs this time last year. The Chinese Room are currently in the final stages of work on a long-awaited sequel, Bloodlines 2, which has been delayed and interrupted multiple times now. Most recently, the game's release window was delayed to October, with the game's executive producer saying the game was already finished, but in need of more work to fix bugs and improve stability. The Chinese Room took over development of the title in 2021, when Paradox reassigning the game from its original developer Heartsuit Labs, and as insiders say, the game almost didn't survive the transition between studios. Despite layoffs at the Chinese Room, Bloodlines 2 will still release as planned, a Paradox spokesperson has said in a statement to PC Gamer. Development on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline 2 is unaffected by the recent staffing changes at the Chinese Room. The game is still scheduled for an October release, the statement said. We wish those affected the best of luck in the future endeavors. So like I said, I never played the original, but the first one was like very beloved. Many people said like one of the best games ever. Yeah, there you have Bloodlines 2, The Masquerade still will happen. It seems it will be not affected by the layoffs. And despite changing mid-development studios too, which is weird, right? Can it be good? Nah. You tell me when you're gonna get it, right? I feel like Godzilla has played this game. I finished the original 10 times. 10 times. Yeah, okay. Are you gonna finish AI Slop, John Thunder 2? PS5's AI Slop shovelware has hit a new low. So we get some AI generated picture here at the front. Tatiana Wizochanska, whatever. Sorry if I butchered your name, but Tatiana. Why I'm gonna triggered by such words. Perveroids of garbage PS Store shovelware like anime girls basketball seem intent on swamping Sony's digital storefront with AI atrocities. But its latest effort, allegedly due out in 2026, may be its absolute worst yet. So this company or this woman or whoever that is, this Tatiana, is supposedly to produce some AI stuff, games, and making money with it on the PS Store, and it's being pushed, it seems like, on the front page somehow. I don't know how the PS Store really works because I don't own a PS4 or 5, so you tell me. But it seems like somebody is upset. And in the past, anime girls basketball was shown there, and this guy or girl or whoever wrote this article, very, very not happy with that. And got wind of that Tatiana is making a new game for 2026. Anime Girls Whispering Fear describes itself as a slow and seductive horror experience where every whisper is real. It sounds like a blend of survival horror and ASMR, which is an utterly baffling combination considering the former is intended to amplify your senses, while the latter is designed to send you to sleep. No, ASMR is actually also to amplify your senses. Because some people are into ASMR with just whispering female voices, just random shit talking, whatever, right? And some people like if you take like card books, just scratch that, or if you scratch like the microphone here and shit like that, you know. But usually most are like have the senses amplified with just female whispering for some reason. And many people are into this ASMR crap, by the way. Gay ASMR. You want some gay ASMR? Are you going to pay for that, Godzilla? I hope not. It explains that you'll explore haunted mansions, quiet laboratories, and fading memories while a soft feminine voice guides your every move. No shouting, no music cues, just one-on-one whispering in your ears. Every word is delivered in high fidelity, spine-tingling ASMR that will make you lean in and question everything, your existence, by even listening to this news podcast right now. Yeah, gay ASMR, right there for Godzilla. The blurb also introduced sound-based puzzle mechanics and claims you'll need to use sound cues to find hidden doors, phantom memories, or echoing throughs. I mean, that sounds like a mechanic that might be interesting for some people, you know, AI or not. If you make a game that includes such mechanics, why not? If people enjoy that, I don't know what's the problem here, but for some people it seems to be slop. I mean, it might be very, very well slop, which just generating those pictures, you know, just still frames all over the place and a feminine voice whispering in your ears. It even says there will be multiple endings and that the more you listen, the more the game remembers you. I don't know how that will work. How the fuck will that work? The more you listen, the more the game remembers you. I think that's the most stupid marketing mumbo jumbo crap talk ever. At least in this year. How will that work? Anybody any idea? I thought about that. I have no clue. I have no clue how that will ever work, really. Maybe if you don't skip like in the game, and the game then thinks you're listening more to it. I don't know. Judging by the supplied ball shots, presumably all created using AI, we are not even convinced that this is a real product. You can check out some footage of the team's previous PS4 effort, Anime Girls MMA Tournament. and I want to watch like a few seconds of this glorious anime MMA tournament game. Let me do it full screen here. High quality, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Do the same kick again. Come on. Oh no, from the other side. Okay, now back to the first kick. And once more. High quality. Yeah, eat that, bitch. Eat my roundhouse kick. I've learned nothing else. Yeah. KO. I mean, big titties. What can I say? At least you get nice big titties in this game. Depends on how much did it cost, right? If it was only $10, you're gonna watch maybe some big titties swinging around, doing the same roundhouse front or forward roundhouse kick, whatever. Other than that, yeah, it's a lame game. I mean, if you manage to do it everything with AI as a single developer, it's a little bit impressive. It is, you know. And if you make money, if people buy it, it's not your problem, right? Oh dear, I don't know. This is like when Lara Croft had triangles for boobs. Big head and boobs. Round boobs this time, though, Eden. Round boobs. For some reason, though, Sony keeps allowing developers like this to upload their titles to the PS Store and make them available to wishlist. And that's the point I don't understand by the writer. Do we have the name of the writer of this article? Sammy Barker. Sammy Barker, very, very upset. I mean, he wrote that on 1 a.m. So he might be very, very tired. I don't know. Might have been very tired and was pissed for some reason. Maybe his AI girlfriend left him. But why are you upset that people are allowed to do their products, to upload their products? If the price reflects the product quality, I have zero issues with that. I really have zero issues. If Sony pushes that, though, and I don't know how, again, how the web store of Sony, the PS Store, looks on the front page. If they are like a Rumble who doesn't care, who just tries to push Slop, yeah, I go along with this guy, with Sammy. But other than that, what does it matter to you, really? If somebody makes a product for cheap, which reflects the quality of this product, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Let people make some money. Let people make some money. And if some people even enjoy like crap like that, you know. Some people make relationships with this big-titted and big-headed anime girl here. It's not me to blame those guys, but whatever. We're really not sure what the advantage is, aside from adding clutter to an already crowded marketplace. Yeah, we are not okay that other people can make products too. I lost like my overview or everything. I'm pissed, man. Sony needs to protect my eyes, man, from other products. It's too crowded. I want Sony to tell me what to buy already. That just weirdly phrased, you know what I mean? Just weirdly phrased. That one dude here on Rumble is always playing those degenerate games. Yeah, on Rumble. I mean, you have those people on every platform. The Rumble is nothing special. Rumble, you just see it way quicker because the Rumble way smaller. But yes, I know what you mean. I very, very well know what you mean. Personally, we have never advocated for a curation because inevitably there will be some great games that end up slipping through the cracks. You kind of advocated. You called Sony out in a sense of, Daddy, Daddy protect me. Like, yeah, just weird behavior, in my opinion. But if monstrosities like this keep getting added to the PS Store, then Sony is going to have to improve the discoverability of actual quality pieces of software, lest they get lost among the slop. Sony might not care. If that slop makes them money in the end, they might not care too. Keep that in mind. How did got Sony in this whole gamer sphere in the first place? Just a little bit history for a few seconds here. Nintendo asked Sony make us an add-on for this for our Super Nintendo, a disc-based add-on for bigger games, you know, like file size wise, etc. Make us a disc-based add-on for our Super Nintendo. So we call it the Nintendo Station, something like that. The Super Nintendo PlayStation. They got like into a fight and they split apart, and Sony made the PlayStation on their own, and it got a big success. Big part of that success was not only the disc itself, CD, you know, way more storage, but also the Sony like didn't ask for a lot of licenses fee. Many developers were super happy, big storage, and we need to pay less to Sony to make our games, to publish our games with Sony's seal on it, you know, for this system. So Sony got into this gamer sphere, production sphere for games and video games, because they already asked for a lesser price for licenses and all that for their systems. And we might just see like the newest version of that, because you get like tons and thousands of games, PS1 and PS2, which are slop too. Thousands of games we have. You have like maybe 10% of all those games ever published are really usable and playable and fun. All others were just cheap to produce. That's the only thing, and we get the same now. Some people can produce very cheaply now with the help of AI games and publish them instantly on the internet. It's just a new era of cheaper producing and publishing games. I don't see a problem right now. That's all I'm saying. But Sammy is pissed. Sammy is pissed because of slop in the PS Store. In my opinion, weird behaving. Success story continues for the Expedition 33. The Expedition 33 story keeps on getting better with an unusual sales increase. So this article just tells us a little bit about that Expedition 33 didn't slow down in the second month, actually, after release. It was already super successful in the first month, but according to Newzoo, who makes charts of games across the US, UK, France, and Germany, and Spain and Italy, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 was like not slowing down. And it's still very high, even in the now almost in the third month here. 3.3 million copies as of 27th May. Might be now on about 6 million copies, you know, sold. Might be on that. We're gonna have to wait for new sales numbers. But yeah, the funny part here is it generated more revenue than Doom: The Dark Ages did. Despite being $20 cheaper, it would have needed to sell more copies to match the Bethesda's FPS, and it still beat it for revenue despite being in its second month of availability, and Doom being the hot product for May. The last little sentence here is garbage. Doom didn't sell really at all, actually. I think Doom you can consider a flop at this point. Nobody is really playing it anymore. I don't see any streams anymore going on, neither on Twitch that much, neither on Rumble or YouTube. It's weird. It was very hyped in the first week, maybe the second week, and now nobody cares. Another Bethesda game like Starfield. I have like a feeling of Starfield here, you know. Everybody was super excited. Many got it at the beginning, and then word of mouth, you know, marketing down. Nobody cares. Might be a flop, like production-wise, how much money they invested, I don't know right now, but it doesn't feel like it was a big success. Not like Expedition 33, no slowing down, man. Good for them, good for them. I hope they keep making good games and not being stupid and going to woke road. Benchmark the Expedition 33 working, okay, you need a good system. Not really. Just go lower because you have this game is filled with particles. You just go lower with resolution and less effects on shadows and all that. It's gonna work fine. Stop making it bad, John Thunder there on YouTube. And to the last news, and we are in time-wise actually pretty okayish, aren't we? It's not really news. I just saw a little X post yesterday, and today it got in my news feed, which I found interesting. Covering over 100,000 light years, hundreds of planets, and a 59-page reference sheet. This official new Star Wars map is the nerdiest way to explore a galaxy far, far away, including a genius prequels Easter egg. I don't care about the Easter egg. I just want to show that at least Disney gives you something, you know, somehow with this franchise. And I think it's kind of impressive, kind of interesting. You finally get a map of this galaxy far, far away. And you see like the factions, which faction has like what part of the galaxy under their control, more or less. For example, here, the Hutt space, controlled by the Hutts, right? I assume. And you have then the blue and then pinkish and then turquoise or whatever marine blue, orange. And the interesting part is this unknown regions. Not sure what exactly that means, but I assume they are leaving that open for the future to develop more movies, more comics, maybe books, of course. Who knows? I just find it interesting that they took their time to make a whole galaxy map, which almost looks impressive. I don't know none of those planets. Maybe Tatooine, because that might be the planet that was most mentioned. I think in the whole Star Wars lore. Is that fan service? What do you think? I think that's kind of a good fan service. Disney doing something okay here. Kind of impressive. Kind of impressive. And we are on 1 hour exactly of news. Unfortunately, not a lot of people in the chat. I thank you, though. Ever Eden, Unfolding Joke, Godzilla, John Thunder. I'm not thanking spammers on Twitch. You can go F off. That was for the news. The Angry Game News. TAGN tomorrow, 10 a.m. as usual. As every day. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. I'm gonna scream into my microphone. Try to find good news and bad news in the world of gaming and pop culture, like movies, TV, and shows. Sometimes comic stuff, just very rarely. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you for being around and have a great day till tomorrow. Bye-bye.